Think you know everything about the MCU? You've probably analyzed every post-credit scene and debated every fan theory. But have you ever wondered how much Mjolnir actually weighed when Chris Hemsworth swung it? Or what Captain America's shield is made of when the cameras are off? Today, we're going behind the scenes to uncover the biggest secrets of the props that defined the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I guarantee, after this video, you'll never look at these items the same way again. Let's get into it. Let's start with the symbol, Captain America's shield. In the movies, it's indestructible, made of pure vibranium. But in reality, the film crew created over 40 different versions of the shield. There was the hero prop, beautiful, heavy, made of aluminum, used for close-ups. But Chris Evans wasn't running around with that all day. For fight scenes, they used lightweight rubber or foam versions so nobody lost any teeth. And the best part? In many of the throwing scenes, the shield was 100% digital. The actor was throwing nothing. The magic of cinema means that the hardest metal in the MCU is sometimes just a collection of perfectly arranged pixels.
From a hero's defense to a god's offense, let's talk about Mjolnir, the hammer that only the worthy can lift. On set, everyone had that problem, but for a different reason. Just like the shield, there were many versions of the hammer. The main hero prop was made of metal and was heavy enough to look authentic in Thor's hand. But try throwing that around for a 10-hour shoot. That's why there were dozens of rubber and foam stunt hammers. And the secret? Sometimes when Thor placed the hammer on a table, the crew had to bolt it down from underneath, so the actors pretending they couldn't lift it actually couldn't lift it. It wasn't worthiness stopping them, but a simple screw. The Winter Soldier's bionic arm is one of the most menacing props in the MCU. On screen, it looks heavy and lethal. In reality, Sebastian Stan wore a beautifully crafted but lightweight version made of rubber and chromed panels. But how did he perform all those complex stunts? The secret is that in many fight scenes he was wearing just a plain gray or green sleeve. The entire metal arm was added digitally in post-production, giving the animators complete freedom to create its movements. The Tesseract, the Space Stone, a powerful artifact of almost unlimited energy. Surely creating it required incredible technology, right? Well, not exactly. The original Tesseract prop from the first few films is simply an acrylic cube. And its incredible internal glow? That's thanks to strategically placed LEDs inside. Sometimes, the most powerful objects in the universe have pretty down-to-earth origins. Remember the first arc reactor that Pepper Potts framed with the inscription, "Proof that Tony Stark has a heart"? That wasn't just a movie prop. When filming wrapped on the first Iron Man, the crew gifted that exact prop to Robert Downey Jr. as a keepsake. It's a beautiful gesture that shows how deeply the actor connected with his role, and how the prop became a symbol not just for the character, but for the man who played him. Spider-Man's web shooters are his signature gadget. In the MCU version, they were created by Tony Stark. And how were they created on set? Tom Holland wore very detailed, small props on his wrists to have a physical point of reference. But here's the secret. None of those props ever actually fired a single web. Every single web, from a single strand to complex constructs, is 100% the work of visual effects artists. Let's head to space with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord's helmet is a masterpiece of practical effects. Instead of creating it entirely digitally, the creators built a fully functional, electronics-packed prototype. Chris Pratt could wear it, and the helmet would actually assemble and collapse on his head. The glowing red eyes were real too. It just goes to show that even in the age of CGI, nothing beats an incredible, tangible prop. The Black Panther's suit, which forms from a necklace and absorbs kinetic energy, is a marvel of technology. On set,
Chadwick Boseman wore an incredibly detailed, practical suit that gave the character a sense of reality. However, all the magic, the purple glowing lines, the impact absorption effect, and the suit's very formation was added digitally. The practical suit was merely a canvas on which the special effects artists painted their masterpiece. The Eye of Agamotto is more than just a pretty necklace. The prop created for Doctor Strange was an incredibly complex mechanism. It had hundreds of tiny, handmade parts that allowed it to open and close, revealing the time stone inside. It was a piece of clockwork artistry that required immense precision. The actors on set were so impressed that they handled it like a true artifact. Did you know there were 2 Infinity Gauntlets in the MCU? The first one we saw was in Odin's vault in the movie Thor. Years later, Kevin Feige admitted it was a fake. The real left-handed gauntlet that Thanos acquired was a huge challenge. A massive, practical model was created so actors had something to interact with. Josh Brolin wore it on set, but its final look and the power of the stones were largely the magic of visual effects. So, from rubber shields to a Lightbulb Tesseract, it's clear the real magic of the MCU often happens long before the CGI. It's the practical ingenuity that grounds this universe in reality. They are what make this universe feel real. So, which MCU prop is your favorite and why? Which one of these stories surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. If you learned something new, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more behind-the-scenes videos. See you in the next one.